Now, when you originally bring up the point that Touhou has a lot of fan content, you usually cite that it's because of Zun's lackadaisical approach to copyright, where he's like, as long as you credit me and don't spoil the ending of games on streams or videos, you can pretty much do what you want. And while that definitely plays a role, that's not why Touhou has so much fan content. Because, as a comparison, look at Toby Fox and Undertale. He has similar rules to Zun. He's pretty lackadaisical. And while there is tons of Undertale fan content, it absolutely pales in comparison to Touhou. Even Sonic, which is, I don't even want to touch it, still pales in comparison to Touhou. And I'll tell you why. It's pretty simple. It's aesthetic. Look at her design. Look at the colors and the beauty and the majesty of it all. And that's just one character of many. Zun has a knack for designing characters that make you go, oh, I do enjoy that a lot. But here's the thing. Since he allows so much freedom, people take it into their own hands. Because Zun's art, as we know, isn't exactly groundbreaking, right? So instead of letting that awesome aesthetic suffer with mediocre art, they redo it in their own style, as you can see here. And it looks fantastic. And that incentivizes people to go, hey, I want to do my twist on this character, be it giving them big boobs or making them in contemporary clothing or whatever. And that, you know, snowballs. So that is one reason why there's so much fan content. Another reason is, did you know that Zun can make some hella bops? Because, as you know, I got my channel started pretty much re-uploading old remixes. Because Touhou's music is so amazing that people can't help but remix it. Yeah, you could say that Undertale has tons of remixes, but it's mostly Megalovania, or Battle of a Tree Hero, whatever. It's usually those two, and sometimes Metaton theme. It's not every single theme in Undertale that gets a remix, only the bangers. In Touhou, every single song, and I say this as a fact, is a fucking banger, okay? Here, don't believe me? Listen to this little ditty, okay? If you're a fan of Mayumi, you might recognize it. So quiet down for a bit and listen to this. Also, let me get rid of this. Unless you want to stare at her. You know what? I'll leave you here. Chimada, you're my friend for this video. Anyways, listen to this. Oh yeah. And that is just one of many Zun's bangers. And it inspires remixes, which adds more fan content. But wait, there's more! Zun is strictly against an official anime because he believes it'll displace the fans' own interpretations and the official lore. So, what do fans do? Well, they make an anime because Touhou lends itself very well to anime format. So there's tons of fan anime out there. Like, other fandoms have fan animations, like, that's common, but very rarely do they have fan anime with an opening, an ending, gorgeous animation, and voice acting. That's rare as fuck for people who are completely fans and do not have, access to actual studio quality. It's also kind of sad because you realize that a bunch of fans who are passionate can, one-up actual companies. Especially if they, are under crunch time and being tormented. Oh, Mappa, you fools. Anyways, what I'm saying is, that is yet another reason why the Touhou fandom is so huge. Because people have a I'll do it myself mentality. Because of the, again, lackadaisical copyright, they're incentivized to say, hey, I want to do this, so I'll fucking do it. And that goes for fan games too. Because there are so many fan games out there that are absolute bangers. Why? Because Zun's not going to do every genre known to man. He's not going to wake up one day and he's like, you know what? I'm making Jedi Fallen Order, but with Touhou. But some fan might be like, I'm feeling ambitious today. 3D platformer, let's go. Are they all good? No, some of them are awful. But the fact is, you can do that. And that is why the fandom is so huge. It's not just because of lackadaisical copyright, which obviously plays a role. It's because fans have this creative mindset to go above and beyond. They want to do, I'll do it myself because Zune won't, and he's giving me the right away to go ahead. So it's basically a collective of individual creative people coming together to create magnificent pieces of work. And that is why the fandom is so goddamn huge. Because it's just people one-upping each other. Someone does a fucking art piece, someone's like, I want to do my take on that. And it's close-knit, and it's like, it's something I don't see in other fandoms. Because you might see a good, gorgeous art piece, right? In that fandom, in another fandom. And that's it. They're like, it's great. And they leave it at that. Whereas in Touhou, someone has to come along and be like, I can do that better. And it's the same with videos. Someone tackles a topic in Touhou. Another Touhou tuber, that's a clever name, might go, I want to tackle that with my own thoughts. So they do. And yeah, there is an extent in other fandoms where people do that, but in Touhou it just seems more tangible, more powerful. And I've been in a myriad of fandoms out there, and in none of them do I see this I'll do it myself attitude that the Touhou fans have. Did you see r/place last year? How they made a bad apple animation better than the Canadians could make a flag? You remember that, right? That was the Touhou fandom. I think the Vocaloid fandom helped them out a bit, if I recall. But still, it just goes to show that when the Touhou fandom wants to do something, they're gonna fucking do it, and you can't stop them. Like, and that is the strength of the Touhou fandom, and why they're so incredible, and why there's so much fanon, because they can. They have the ability, and they do it. And it's something I admire a lot of the Touhou creators for being so goddamn creative and amazing. Because it's funny, if you see a fandom, like Hololive, if you see some of their animations, you're like, that's spectacular. You look into that animator, they're actually an original Touhou fan, and you're like, that explains that. Like, Wolfie, the person who made the small Hololive, also made Wolfus.swf, you know, a huge thing in the Touhou fandom. Like, there is no end to the creativity of Touhou people. And I guess that's what this boils down to. It's that the Touhou fandom is so amazing because it's attracted creative people. And I'm not calling other fans uncreative. Not at all. But I'm just saying, because of Touhou's, I guess, niche appeal and the way you can work with it, it lets people flex their creative muscles in ways other fandoms do not. Because while Undertale is just the same, while it allows you to do stuff, you also can't go too crazy. I don't think, like, Toby Fox is, you know, he's very open and stuff, but I don't think you could flat out, unless you ask for permission, make like a whole game on a console. Like, Undertale Yellow does exist, but they had to like ask Toby Fox and they got his blessing and all that. And with Zune, you don't even have to ask the guy. You just fucking do it, as long as you follow his guidelines. Which is another reason why it's so big, because anyone can make something, you know? It's not like, I have to work hard and stay true to the canon material. No, you can do whatever you want. And that's the best part. You know, as long as it's not insulting, that's like in the guidelines too, but whatever. Overall, yeah. So, that is the strength of Touhou. I don't know what I'm going to name this video yet. I'm at a complete loss. The strength of the Touhou fandom. This sounds stupid. Because I already have the perks of the Touhou fandom, which I guess is kind of overlapping this, but I don't give a fuck. I do what I want. So yeah. If you ever wondered why Touhou is so massively huge, it's because it attracts creative people and aesthetic. Also, rocket music. See you guys later.